Starting off today's opening with O'Hara's Irish Stout. This is a nitro stout, actually brewed in Ireland. I don't usually go for imported beers because there's so many good ones locally, but I figured I'd give this one a try. They describe it as a smooth, creamy, traditional, dry Irish stout. And because I'm in Canada, they also describe it that way in French. That tastes exactly like what I expected it to be. So the first item in calls itself Necklace. And I don't think I actually ordered a necklace, so it'll be interesting to see. Oh, they actually packaged it as a necklace. I ordered beaded chain, which I guess that's kind of what this is too. So ostensibly, yeah, this is a necklace, I guess, but I really ordered it just to get some cheap beaded chain. It claims to be stainless steel and it claims to be coated. The reason I really ordered this is because when I ordered it, my toilet chain had broken, just the little internal chain that goes from the handle to the float mechanism. So I noticed that the replacement piece, which is a piece of beaded chain about that long, cost me over $8 at my local hardware store. So I figured I would buy some cheap beaded chain and have a lifetime supply. Wholesale 2.4 beaded ball chain black/gold necklace, stainless steel necklace. I guess that's why they call it a necklace. I got the 45 centimeter one. I got it in black, and it cost me $2.60 Canadian with free shipping. All right, next thing in. Does it have a description on it? Alligator clips, it says. Okay. That's quite possible. Double bagged for your protection. It's meter probe tip things. So there are some of these kind of things came with some of the meters, but I wanted to have a couple of extra sets kicking around here. And that works pretty well. Yeah, that'll do nicely. Wonder how it works on, where's a better set of probes? Let's try it on this one here. Without the protection. That'll do nicely. Alligator crocodile test clip clamp for Fluke multimeter tester probe. $2.47 Canadian for one pair of these, not two pairs like it shows in the picture. Although, to be fair, it does say one pair down here, even though it shows two pairs in the picture. Always got to be careful when you're buying these things. Still, even one pair for $2.50-ish is a pretty good deal, I think, and worth the money for me. All right, next in calls itself Dollhouse Music. Any guesses? Ooh, it's a kit. So what do we have in this kit? We have a couple of chips. We have 4 switches, another chip, and an amplifier, just a simple NPN amplifier. Sound maker, obviously, of some sort. Fairly densely packed little board. There's the 2 chips, and I'm assuming that is the speaker. And then we have switches beside each of the resistors. ABCD input. Oh, okay. So the ABCD from the switches are available at these pins, which are 1 through 5, which are also 1, 2... No, that's not right. Curious little circuit. There's a sound maker module, which just... Okay. Well, it's still interesting what's going on with these chips over here. I'll have to explore that a little bit closer when I build the kit. But obviously it's just triggering, I'm assuming the sound generating module is on board there, which no doubt is this little guy here. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to be like an arbitrary noisemaker, like a synth module kind of noisemaker, or if it's just going to be playing chip tunes or something like that. Either way, I have to build it to find out. 16 board, 16 tone electronic module DIY kit, parts, components, soldery. So at $3.09, that's a bargain just to satisfy my curiosity and see what's going on inside there. Probably couldn't buy the components for that cheap anyway. 16 interesting analog sound effects. Okay, not only an electronic toy, but also a doorbell or alarm. Alrighty. Can control it manually with the switches or externally. Oh, that could be cool, driving it from an Arduino or something. Okay, so the sound generator is called a 9561, and a transistor and a passive buzzer speaker thing. And then there's some binary control circuitry. Okay. Oh, yeah, that could be fun to play with. When I get to that, I'll add it to my collection of kits. Right, let's check the box. It says woodworking machinery parts. 12 pieces. Okay. What kind of woodworking machinery parts would I have bought? So these are actually 3D printer wheels, V-Groove wheels, or for the V-Groove aluminum extrusion. So these things, how many did I get here? 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, so that was right. So these are essentially a consumable on 3D printer. They take a long time to wear out, but let me get some of that V-slot extrusion, I'll show you. Or better yet, I'll just show you on the printer. So there's 3 on each of the axes. Actually, there's 6 on the vertical axis. 1 there and 2 down below. Kind of like that. There's 1, 2, and 3 like that. And then on the x-axis, there's 3 more. 2 on the top and 1 on the bottom. And then on the z-axis, I think you can see them underneath there. There's 2 on each side of the rail. And those just run in the groove in the extrusion and just run along smoothly like that. After a while, over time, they start to wear just in their contact points, and then you start getting sloppy mechanics. So that is why I bought some spares, so that when mine do wear out, I don't have to wait 4 to 6 weeks to get them in from China. Well, / 20 pieces CNC 3D printer POM, whatever that means. Wheel pulley linear bearings for CR10 Ender 3 ANET A8. These are not linear bearings. They are not pulleys. They are just wheels. I bought 12. You could also buy 20. I paid $18.25 Canadian with free shipping. Not too much to say about these. These are just a very standard, common part for 3D printers of all, well, not all, obviously. Most types, any V-Groove wheel type printer will use wheels like this. And last thing in, doesn't say what it is, but that's okay. We have the technology to find that out. Oh, it's 2 things. These are, as the box says, split core current transformers. So split core just means that you can open them up to clamp them around your wire. You don't have to cut the wire or unscrew the wire or whatever. You can just clamp them around an existing wire. The top half just has a ferrite U-shaped bit in it. And the bottom also has the same ferrite U-shaped bit, but it's going through the core of an inductor. And then on the other end of the cable, just a 3.5 millimeter jack. So these two are different. The one on the left will give a 1 volt output for a 10 amp input. And the one on the right will give a 1 volt output for a 30 amp input. And because I'm not entirely sure which range I want for the project I have in mind, I grabbed one of each. SCT-013, high quality 5 amp, 10 amp, 15, 20, 30, 50, 60 amp, non-invasive AC current split core transformer. So I got a 10 amp with 1 volt output for $6.83. It looks like they are all the same price, no matter which version you get. That's pretty cool and unusual. And even better, free shipping. Looks like these will work in a wide range of AC frequencies for sampling. The 3-pin plug output current voltage, 2 output forms built in output. I'm going to have to do a little bit more research before I start using this. And there we have the contents of today's Mailbag Monday haul. Variety, variety, variety. A necklace that I'm hoping will be a toilet repair part in the future. Test meter probes, always good to have multiples of those. Spare parts for my 3D printer, which is inevitably going to wear out. A kit, just a fun little kit that makes noise apparently. And parts for a potential future project. I hadn't even been thinking about this, but then I saw, I think it was Gadget Reboot did a mailbag a while back, over a month ago obviously, because that's how long these took to get here. And he'd ordered a couple of these for a project that he's doing. I'm hoping that my project isn't the same as what he's doing, but I'm not sure. But I'll eventually get around to doing that, and we will just have to see. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate that. As always, questions or comments down below in the comments section. And a special thank you to my Patreon supporters and my YouTube channel members who help me pay for all this stuff and buy me a beer. Appreciate it to everybody.